This next story is one of those, it's been a serious show. This is one of those funny stories that is really more about Donald Trump's fragility than it is about anything else. Donald Trump has suddenly backed out of throwing out a first pitch at an upcoming New York Yankees baseball game. Now, there are three different reasons why, and you can say that it's all three or just one or two, take your pick. First of all, I believe Trump is worried that he's going to really screw up the first pitch and he's going to be, again, an embarrassing laughingstock. Trump is claiming that he's going to be too busy to do it. He tweeted yesterday, quote, "Because of my strong focus on the China virus, including scheduled meetings on vaccines, our economy, and much else, I won't be able to be in New York to throw out the opening pitch for the Yankees on August 15th. We will make it later in the season." So this is not credible. This is the guy who just golfed for the 282nd day during his presidency. He says he's going to be too busy working now to throw out a pitch, which takes 5 minutes. He's so fragile. I get he has to travel to New York. He's so fragile. He's afraid of what will be a disastrous pitch. So that's number one. Now, I want to be clear. This is not about, wait a second, David, you complain Trump doesn't do any work, and now you complain that he's going to be working instead of throwing out a pitch. You're being a hypocrite. No, Trump's just lying again. We know Trump doesn't skip things that he thinks will make him look good or that are fun for him because he has to work. He's golfed 282 different days during his presidency. Trump is skipping this because, especially after his skills playing catch were ridiculed last week when he tossed the ball around with former Yankee Mariano Rivera, he knows he could come up with an embarrassing first pitch and it would be really bad. He is scared someone might realize maybe Trump isn't the alpha male he makes himself out to be. But here's the thing. If you don't think that's the reason why Trump isn't going to do it, there's another reason, which is Trump doesn't want to get booed. We're talking about New York City. Trump was getting brutally booed at sporting events before coronavirus. He was not losing to Biden by 10, and he was getting destroyed when he went to sporting events with just brutal boos. He was going to get obliterated with boos at Yankee Stadium. So it's the pitch itself that he'd likely mess up, plus getting brutally booed at Yankee Stadium and it being repeated on TV for hours. But if you don't like either of those explanations, entire baseball teams have been kneeling during the national anthem in the early days of this new Major League Baseball season. It's another reason. Trump doesn't want to be there for that because, again, Trump would be out there with his hand over his heart, trying to remember the words to the national anthem, while all or most of the players would be kneeling in another direct rebuke of Donald Trump. So those pick which of these or all three of these reasons. Of course, Trump is bailing on throwing out the first pitch. And anyway, imagine claiming you're too busy to throw out a pitch the day after retweeting, as he did on Saturday, a picture of himself and former NFL quarterback Brett Favre playing golf, as 77,000 new coronavirus cases had been announced the previous day in the United States. It just doesn't pass the sniff test that Donald Trump is not doing this because he's too busy. He's just too fragile for me. You know, we need a stronger president. Now, I'm not talking physically. I'm talking intellectually. I'm talking emotionally, personality-wise. Trump is just too fragile for me. I'm going to be voting for Joe Biden in November. One of our sponsors today is Hydrant, and they are giving my audience 25% off your first order. This has been a game changer for me. This is a refreshing electrolyte powder that you mix directly into your water to rehydrate your body because it is packed with the 4 essential electrolytes that your body needs the most. That's sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. And because of how Hydrant is formulated, it's an efficient way of getting yourself rehydrated, and it tastes awesome. There's a variety of flavors. I have blood orange, which I love. You can also get grapefruit and lime. A lot of us don't even realize when we're dehydrated a lot of the time, and it's become a really great part of my daily routine. If I'm underhydrated, I'm affected physically, I'm affected mentally, and I think you never fully understand this until you use Hydrant for the first time. I get a great boost of energy when I'm properly hydrated if I've been dehydrated. They also have a version with caffeine, which I love if and when that's what I'm looking for. Everyone in my audience gets 25% off your first order when you go to drinkhydrant.com/Pakman, or just enter the code Pakman at checkout. I've put the link right underneath this video.